Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my playthrough of Dark Souls 2, Scald of Sin. Okay, guys. So, I decided to take a little deviation here from our suggested route. We are going to go ahead and try to fight the Old Dragonslayer boss. And you may notice he looks very similar, but we'll be discussing that. And one thing they did do that's different from Dark Souls 2 Vanilla is they did add in one of these dragons, which is in the later game, as a quick kind of mini-boss to fight before you get to this boss area. So it will make the game a little bit more challenging. You'll assume that this is something you can handle when you first come in this area, and most of the time, not really. Luckily, I have a pretty good idea on what these guys' attack pattern looks like, so I'm not too worried about letting them get too many hits in. This may be a hit, though. Crap. So yeah, this AoE flame attack is definitely kind of a pain to deal with. Especially if you don't have a shield that does good flame damage, it will pretty much deteriorate your entire shielding defense within pretty much one hit. But I'm pretty confident we still got this. Let's see. Good chance to get a good glug in real quick. And we should be good. Nice. Yeah, so these dragons were pretty frequent in the game. I wish you could see a few different dragon types. And it's really just this one and a really cool kind of main character dragon boss battle, which is optional later in the game, which I'll be showing you a bit later. But I think Dark Souls 1 and even Demon Souls, and in some ways maybe Bloodborne, has more dragon types, or more enemies that are dragon oriented that will be in your game. Alright, but anyways, let's go to fight the Old Dragonslayer. I'm going to go to Majula real quick and I'll cut that out so you guys can see my little leveled up state, since I have quite a few souls. So I will be back with you quite shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Please hold. Alright, we're back and we're quite prepared. Alright, so let's unhollow here real quick. Look like a proper gentleman. And we're gonna fight the Old Dragonslayer. Pretty cool. One thing I do have to say about Dark Souls games in general is the architecture in the games are just beautiful, and even Dark Souls 2 isn't limited to that. I mean, you just look at this tower here. The buttresses are really well done, and there's even stained glass windows in some of these areas. And it's kind of a light implication that this area may or may not be in Orlando, that's sunk into the sea, and it's been that so much time since Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2. Mainly speculation. There's a lot of cues you can kind of get from the architecture and from some of the statues laid in. They're very similar to in Orlando, but I kind of would like to think it's an entirely new area. Don't want to take too much from Dark Souls 1, but as you can see with this boss battle, this is pretty much Ornstein from the Ornstein and Smaug boss battle in Dark Souls 1. More or less kind of a silvery version. I think it's really cool that they added him in. I would like to see a little bit more creativity involved in the game, where they add in more new boss battles and more variants. Again, just another giant enemy in armor with a weapon, which is very consistent in this game. But nonetheless, I think we should have this guy quite well. He's not too difficult of a boss. Pretty quick, but not too hard to handle, and fortunately his attacks aren't too debilitating when you do get hit on your shield and on your health. And one thing I would like to discuss is cutscenes and story in Dark Souls. It's just as a franchise. Dark Souls 1 isn't really known for having that many cutscenes or having that much lore brought out right in front of you, and Dark Souls 2 isn't aside from that. But I would really like to see more cinematics like the beginning cinematic in this game. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out in my first episode, but it's really cool, really ominous, and it kind of makes you feel like you get a good idea of the world you're going into. And I wish they would kind of flesh that out a little bit more in, boss battle cinematics, or just cinematics where you interact with an important NPC. I feel like you mainly just kind of talk with them, and there's a lot more to show, in my opinion, and I don't think many players are as willing to look into the lore and item descriptions for story as, some, but nonetheless. Alright, we made short work of the Old Dragonslayer. Do a quick gesture here. Alright, we still have a little bit more to do, so I will show you the NPC we have up here, gazing off into the distance. And we have the old Leo ring. The beloved ring of a dragon-slaying knight strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. So pretty good against any enemy that has a lance or halberd, so that will be useful. That wouldn't be my primary ring to use throughout the game, but it's quite nice while I have an open slot. Let's see what this gentleman has to say.
Transient being. This is no place. Be gone.
Good sir, I just defeated your dragon and knight of dragon slaying as well. He was doing a poor job, so I thought I'd put him in his place. And you're telling me I can't join your little club. Okay, so I don't know why they changed that from Dark Souls 2. You could just join his covenant right off the bat. And of course, he wasn't a dragon before the boss battle, so you could get to him a little bit earlier. Feels like you had a long wait just to be told not to be able to join, so... Ned Flanders is going to get a little bit hard rock here, and we'll show him what club he can join. Take that. Fight back, good sir. Alright. Apparently he doesn't want to fight. Oh, such a shame. Could have gotten a fight. Good battle out of this, but... Okay, let's see what weapon he has here. So since I'm more of a miracle build, and I'll be going with a little bit heavier weapons, a little bit faster build, but lances won't be my primary method of attack. Show off this weapon real quick here. Looks pretty cool. Pretty good weapon. Don't quite have the dexterity I need, but I'm quite close. I'll go back to my hides sword here, which I got doing a little bit of grinding. This is one of my favorite swords in the game. I couldn't get through an entire playthrough with it, to say the least. But anyways, guys, I think I'll leave the episode off here, guys. We'll discuss some more Dark Souls, probably get into the lore a bit in the next episode. But regardless, guys, take it easy. I will see you in the next episode.